Yes, yes. Welcome to the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in Saint Quentin on Yvelines, France. We are here for stop number 5, the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. I'm Jason Richardson with
Richard Ames.
And we are super excited, pumped, if you will, to bring you this BMX race under the roof, under the lights. It's daylight now, but I believe the sun will be setting as we get further and further, deeper and deeper into the BMX action. Rich, how have you been?
I've been brilliant, Jason. I've been looking forward to this weekend. It was an absolute treat to come here last year, to come to Saint Quentin en Yvelines in France, and as you see,
just outside of Paris.
Yeah, just outside of Paris. See some of the sights, the Arc de Triomphe. One of the places we never actually get the opportunity to see while here because we're too busy with the BMX, but the architecture, the Eiffel Tower, all the traditionally French things, the beautiful, beautiful city, the city of romance, the tricolour there flying, and even the pigeons look happy, Jason.
That's right. Looks like that guy should be here for our halftime show, but yes, Paris, France, always known for its history and mystique as well, I would say, but always the beautiful architecture of the churches. Europe, Paris. I've been coming here for quite some time, from back in my day racing, and here as well. We've had our fair share of countryside, baguettes, croissants, as well as cafe as well, the old French roast. But here at the BMX track, we are getting ready for round 1 of both men and women elite, then on to the last chance qualifier, the 16th finals, the 8th finals, the quarterfinals. All of those are single elimination into the semifinals, and the main events, the final for both the women and men elite. And it will be under the lights by then here in France at the BMX Supercross World Cup.
Track looking resplendent in all its glory there.
The track is looking good.
Yeah.
Conditions partly cloudy, but again, we're under a roof here at this great facility. Temperature 18 degrees, the wind 21 kilometers. That may or may not play a role depending on which direction it's blowing and how the roof tends to create that vortex. I've heard it was some problems in practice, but it seems to have died down now.
Yeah, let's have a look at the standings as they are so far. Nick Kimmon leading it out with 500 points. Joris Dode, Sylvain Andre making up the top 3. David Graff in there in 4. Jeremy Rencarel in 5. Alfredo Campo in 6. Kai White of Great Britain in 7. And Australia's Kai Sakakibara in 8.
Man, that is quite the top 8 for the men. And in the women, leading the charge is Judy Bao, followed by Elise Willoughby from the USA, Laura Smolders, Manon Valentino, Simone Christensen, Felicia Stansel, Ruby Hausman, and Merle Van Bentham. They'll round out the top 8 in the Women's World Cup standings. Thus far, we're sure both of the men and elite women standings will change by the end of the night as we are taking you on board for a run around this track on the 8-meter hill. Down the hill they go, over the double, kind of a square landing. Pedal, 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 step up, step down. Round the first corner, 180. The women will go off to the right, double, step up with a little roller, then into a double into the next 180, and then down the rhythm section. Rich.
Yeah, this is where it gets tech on, off. There's multiple different lines through that third straight. It's recently been rebuilt, and the legs will be burning at this point as they head down that fall straight, on and off again. There are so many different variations. You can take down those 2 rhythm sections. That's a lap here at Saint Quentin en Yvelines. So coming up, we have got round 1 for men elites, and these guys will be going through either to the 16th finals if they go through via the top 4, or into the last chance qualifiers if they're in positions 5 to 8. And there is your start list for Heat 1. Kimmon, Strasdins, Kimmon, Ugemar, Van Heijten, Pointeau even, Bonnet, and Pichanowski. All in this one. The thing about racing here in France at the French round of the World Cup, we get to see quite a few riders that we wouldn't normally see on the World Cup circuit. So that one will definitely be interesting a little bit later on. 136 of Alexis Bonnet, just one of those riders we don't see too often, but it's good to have him here at the World Cup.
Of course.
Heat 1, round 1 at round number 5 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. Nick Kimmen on the inside, heading into turn 1. That looks like brother Justin right there behind him. So the Dutch guys going 1 and 2 at the moment. The Kimmens leading it out. That looks like Latvia's Mika Strasdins. He's going through in there in 3 with Ian van Heijten, also of the Netherlands, in there in 4. So 3 Dutch riders inside the top 4, but it's the Kimmen brothers, Nick and Justin, leading it in and out of that final turn. Nick's got it on lockdown coming down this final straight. Justin looking pretty good as well. They're going to go 1 and 2. Nick and Justin Kimmen, Mika Strasdins in 3, Ian van Heijten in 4. Those guys will go to the 16th. Everybody else through to the last chance qualifiers a little later on.
Yeah, Nick Kimmen taking the qualifier of the first round. Coming out of lane 1, he's been picking lane 8 lately.
Well, it's a shorter first straight. I'm just wondering if that will change his strategy this weekend.
I'm wondering the same as well. There's your official. The brothers Kimmen 1 and 2, followed by Strasdins, excuse me, and Van Heijten. Looking up to the hill, we see round number 2. Joris Daudet, number 33. He's the one in lane 7. We have Cullen, Godoy, Ballerini, Tween, Teblin, and Navarro. Joris Daudet taking the win last year here, I believe.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
Sylvain Andre looking from the back of the gate, looking on at his teammate and country teammate, I should say, Joris Daudet, taking it all the way to the front, kind of relaxed in the first corner as he pedals out. So it's going to be Daudet 1, followed by Cullen in 2, the Team GB rider. So it's going to be Daudet and Cullen. Daudet running away with it. Different lines down this rhythm section, down the 3rd straightaway. Some guys going high, some guys going low. Daudet with a very relaxed last straightaway, just going to coast it in kind of casually. The crowd likes seeing the Frenchman come in first. So we're going to see Daudet, Cullen, Tween, and Ballerini. Oh, we have a crash at the finish line. Not sure if that's the Chilean rider of Godoy.
That was an interesting way to start the afternoon for
Not
sure.
a great way to start, but he does have another round to go that gives him the last chance if he gets through that. Incidentally, going to the last chance is not something you want to do, as they only take 2 out of the last chance. Every qualifier you see during this first round, it is 4th or better, so 4th or better to qualify.
A great lap in that one for Ross Cullen. So as we move on to heat number 3, I can see Sylvain Andre in there. Yamaguchi from Japan, Molina from Chile, Claessens from Switzerland, Lebaun from France, Fizet from France, Chauvin from France, and Gamay also from France. France definitely well represented here. All eyes will be on Sylvain Andre on the inside.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
So Andre on the inside, Alexander Gamay on the 131. He was on the outside, but it looks like your world champion, Sylvain Andre, getting the whole shot into turn number 1. One rider just tucking in behind him. Yamaguchi's in there somewhere. We've had a faller in the first turn. Not sure who that was. Yamaguchi, I think he's settled there in 3, but they're all chasing down Sylvain Andre at the moment. Arno Chauvin's in there. Arthur Claessens also as well. Chauvin going through in 2. So the Japanese rider, he's going to have to settle for 3, I think, in this one, just in case of who's going to pick up the number 4. They're all chasing Sylvain Andre to the line. Sylvain Andre takes the win. He's in there in 1, Chauvin in 2, Yamaguchi in 3, and Lebaun, the French rider, going through in 4.
Great ride for Andre. Yamaguchi fitting in amongst all those French riders. France with, I think, per capita, probably the most license holding racers.
Yeah, I've heard the number of 20,000 mentioned at some point. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure somebody in the know will give us the correct figure.
Molina making his way off the track. Motos Heat 1 and 2 both had riders from Chile going down.
Yeah, and one rider who's not here. Oh, there's your official result. Lebaun, Yamaguchi, Chauvin, and Andre. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that one. I was just saying Cristobal Palominos from Chile. Unfortunately, out with a broken leg. Let's hope he gets well soon.
Okay, heat number 4, we see David Graff. Will he ever win one of these supercrosses? We'll see. Rago Richard, Daniel, Frostis, Mir, Perot, Bougeret, and Morois.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
Amadou Mir looking to find his feet, get in that groove after his year off. Looks like he's going pretty decently down the first straight, but no one faster than Graff as he goes in and out of the first corner and first over the step into this jump. You see David Graff with the red pants on. Normally he's wearing the white, all white, but David Graff in strong control, followed by Mir and Rago Richard. Richard wanting to challenge Mir, not sure if that's going to happen. But David Graff staying in control all the way down the last straight. He will most likely make it through, followed by Mir, Richard, and Rositis from Latvia getting that 4th position.
Yeah, nice comfortable lap there from David Graff, just opening his account for the weekend with a moto win. And there is your official result. Graff, Mir, Rago Richard, and Rositis. Those guys are your top 4, moving through to the 16th. Everybody else going to the last chance qualifiers. Moving on, we have heat number 5. Jeremy Rencarel of France will be in this one. And there's the list. Christos Kriegers, Roman Racine, Tomizoli of Italy, Lebigot of France, Ouad from France, Rencarel, Haratawan, and Theo Rivoire, I think that is. And he's on the outside on the 236.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
So Jeremy Rencarel of France rocking that 29 plate, and he's out to a really good start from heat number 6. He's going to lead it into turn number 1. Christos Kriegers is going to drop in just behind him in 2. So the French riders showing that they know this track like the back of the hand because they've all been out front in these early motos. Rencarel looking good. Kriegers in 2. Roman Racine going well as well. He's in there in 3 with Ouad, I think it is, of France in 4. But Rencarel just settling down, keeping it nice and chill down that final straight. Kriegers is going to drop in behind him for that 2 spot. You can see the riders taking the different lines through that section. Rencarel gets it, Kriegers in 2, Racine in 3, and Ouad in 4.
Your official, Rencarel, Kriegers, Racine, and Ouad. So 3 French riders getting out of heat number 5. As we move on to heat number 6, the big tall guy in lane 1, that'll be Alfredo Campo, Patma, Rock and Roll Cole Tizar, Kim, Donny Lolaire, Munch, Boutonnet, and Chauvin. And we are official. Heat number 6.
Riders ready, watch the game.
Alfredo Campo coming out of lane 1, looking strong. He's going to run away with it at least until the first corner. Training partner, Rock and Roll Cole Tizar. The push-up challenge has been working for these two as we see Campo and Tizar 1 and 2 with a Dutch rider in 3 going into the second corner. Get a name on him in just a minute. That'll be Patma, followed by Kim. So it's going to be Campo and Tizar. Whoa, Campo wheel dropping a little early down the 3rd straightaway into the last corner. He's going to come out okay. It's going to be Campo, Tizar, Patma, and Kim.
Yep, great laps there from those riders. Alfredo Campo, just one of 2 riders who's gone under 34 seconds so far, alongside David Graff. There is your result. Alfredo Campo, Cole Tizar, Tino Popper and Alejandro Quimpena from Spain. That's your top 4, moving through to the 16ths. As we move on to the next heat, Kai White of Great Britain in this one. Oh no, looks like we've had a change. Kaisa Kakibara. So maybe there's a mechanical in the moto before. For some reason it's been held up. We've moved on to heat number 8. Kaisa Kakibara, Bart van Bemmelen, Louis Brettauer, Ruben Gomez, Adam Curry out of Australia, Valentin Cornutello, Martin Bogert and Kieran Vodin. In heat number 8, Ruben Gomez, the national champion of Belgium, and Kaisa Kakibara, the Oceanic Continental champion, no less. Adam Curry doing double duty this weekend, also the coach for the Thai national squad. So not only is he coaching, he's also racing as well. And I believe he's the only rider on the circuit who's got diabetes of all things. So that certainly brings an extra element of stress to your racing. So our crowd here in San Quentin on Yvelines, I'm sure they'll get more boisterous as the evening goes on. And there is your start list: Kaisa Kakibara, Bart van Bemmelen, Louis Brettauer, Ruben Gomez, Adam Curry.
Looks like we're on hold again.
Yeah, not sure what's going on. Adam Curry, Valentin Cornutello, Martin Bogart, and Kieran Vodin.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, here we go. Heat number 8, heading down the start hill. We are looking at Kaisa Kakibara taking that early lead into turn number 1. Riders just dropping in behind him. Bart van Bemmelen just working his way into 4 there, so he's in a qualifying position at the moment. Louis Brettauer into chasing down the Australian in and out of that second turn, just trying to pick up the rider who's in there in 3. That'll be Bogert out of Belgium. Van Bemmelen just holding on it for, oh, he got very out of control there. Louis Brettauer just held on to it, high-lowing down that final straight, just trying to work his way back into that second spot. He might have to settle for 3rd. Kaisa Kakibara takes it. The Belgian rider goes through in 2. Louis Brettauer holding on for 3, and Bart van Bemmelen in 4.
Great ride by Sakakibara, jumping the triple out of the second corner. That's your officials: Kakibara, Bogert, Brettauer, and Van Bemmelen. Moving back up to the hill, heat number 9, round 1. Arboleda, Kadyshev, Aguirre, Hubert, Serugu, Damblon, and Cristofoli from Italy.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Diego Arboleda from Colombia looking good this year as he's going to go straight to the front. Looks like Diego Aguirre going to fight for it. He's going to move into 3rd position. We'll see if he can hold on to that. The Chilean rider, they've been having trouble on the track, but Aguirre looking good in 3rd as Arboleda is just leading the charge down the 3rd straightaway. He's going to jump the big triple, followed by Kadyshev. Hubert finding himself into 3rd. I think that might be a mistake, not sure, as we have some moves going on in the last corner. It's going to be Arboleda. Kadyshev getting a little crooked down the last straightaway, followed by Hubert and Cristofoli.
Yeah, the Colombians definitely showing that they've got some power and some skills. They've all started to come through, and none more so than Diego Arboleda. He's had a great season so far, and takes the win in that one. Kadyshev in there in 2, Quentin Hubert in 3, and Roberto Cristofoli of Italy going through in 4. Next up, heat number 10, Jay Shippers in this one, Jeremy Smith, Jimmy Thurkelson, Tobias Mayer, Philip Svanberg, Comet Suk Prasert in this one, Jan Schifiot and Omokulov, I think that is, out of France. So this is heat 10. Eyes on Jeremy Shippers and, Jay Shippers and Jeremy Smith on the inside. Trying to combine two riders into one. Never a good thing.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops on heat number 10. We have got the national champion of Denmark, Jimmy Thurkelson, and the national champion of Sweden, Philip Svanberg, heading in towards turn number 1. But it's Jay Shippers from the Netherlands leading out. Looks like Thurkelson has worked his way into that 2 spot. Jeremy Smith of the USA is in there in 3, and there's a right old battle for 4. And Svanberg is mixed up in that one, but it is Jay Shippers of the Netherlands. Thurkelson looking good. Smith's making moves down the inside. Tobias Mayer of Germany trying to work his way in. Oh, Smith's made his move in that final turn, ducking underneath. He's taken the lead. Smith holding it down to the finish line. Shippers not quite able to get close enough. Doesn't matter. He's inside the top 4. Thurkelson in 3. Mayer in 4. And Svanberg, the national champion of Sweden, unlucky in 5.
Nice ride by Smith going from 3rd to 1st. There's your official Smith, Shippers, Thurkelson, and Mayer. So we're going into heat number 12, round 1. Harmsen, Andrade, Stindl, Marsalek, Boudet, Dorval, Brahim, and Brizuela from Argentina, all the way out there in lane 8.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Everyone cocked and ready as they charge down the hill. Looks like the Brazilian rider. Look at the Brizuela coming from lane 8, fighting for first place. Not quite going to get it, but he's going to find his way into 2nd place with the 2 Brazilian riders in 3rd and 4th, respectively. Coming out of the 2nd corner, different lines. So Harmsen, Brizuela, Marsalek, and Stindl. Stindl in 4th, but Harmsen, nice, strong ride by him. Brizuela looking to find his way around. I think he's going to have to settle for 2nd, as Harmsen's going to bring it in for the 1st place, followed by Brizuela, Marsalek, and Andrade, finding his way just past Stindl.
Quite a lap there. Everything getting a little bit mixed up. And there is your official result. Harmsen, Brizuela, Marsalek, and Andrade. That is your top 4. K. Stindl of Germany. Bit unlucky in there in 5. We'll see him in the LCQ a little bit later on. As we move on, I think we're going back to
Heat number 7.
heat number 7. Kai White, Leo Garoyan, Shane Rosa, Marco Jackal, Romain Catenacci, Enzo Papa, Benjamin Sanier, and Matteo Fay, all in this one. Kai White, the national champion of Great Britain, and Leo Garoyan took that junior men world title back in Azerbaijan last year in June.
Pretty close to a year ago today.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So Kai White in lane number 3 next door to Marco Jackal from Germany, but he looks like Kai White. Oh, 1-2 riders going down on that first straight. Leo Garoyan just settling into that 2 spot. Kai White of Great Britain leading it out. That looks like the rider coming through into that 3rd spot. Couldn't quite tell who he was, but we'll soon see as they come down that 3rd straight, we'll be able to pick it up. It's the 400. It is Marco Jackal. He's in there in 3, being harassed by the rider in 4, but no such problems for Kai White. He's going to get this one down that straight. He's going to pick up that speed through that final section. White's going to get it. Leo Garoyan going through in 2, Jackal in 3, Catenacci in 4, and Shane Rosa going through in 5.
Kai White peeking over his shoulder, peeking the wrong way. Garoyan almost doing a high-low on him, letting him know that he's probably ridden here a lot more than Kai White.
I'm sure he has.
There's that crash down the first straight. Not sure how that happened. Maybe looks like someone came off of their pedal.
The 229 of Enzo Papa. He's going to have to come back in the LCQ.
There's your official white. Garoyan, Jackal, and Catenacci just beating out Shane Rosa. Back up to the hill, we see Verhoeven, Paddy Sherrick, Okendo, Balbach, Ganestroni, Fuentes, Foucault, and Bujaki from Hungary.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
Paddy Sherrick with a decent pop out of the gate, but Verhoeven just moving right over on him as Sherrick is getting relegated back into fourth. Maybe, oh wow, going from fourth to second. He's known for taking those good lines in the corner, but it's going to be Verhoeven in control going in and out of the second corner, followed by Sherrick. So it's going to be Verhoeven, Sherrick, Balbach, Okendo. Watch Okendo in fourth. He may make a move, known for his sneaky tricks. Wow, Paddy Sherrick taking advantage of the corners again. He's going to find his way into first place in front of the Belgian rider. So it's going to be Sherrick, followed by Verhoeven, Okendo into third, and Bujaki and Balbach going to the photo for that last finish, that last qualifying finish at least.
Yeah, Paddy Sherrick making his moves in those turns from fourth to second to first. So Paddy, this track is suited for him. He can certainly make some moves. There was a crash in the background there. And look at Paddy, he was in about, what, fourth or fifth going into that first turn? So, always good to watch. The guy from Wigan doing his thing.
You would be partial to the gentleman from Wigan.
Yeah, for sure. There you go. Paddy Sherrick taking the win. Verhoeven in 2, Okendo in 3, and Jonas Balbach of Germany in 4. Those guys going through to the 16th a little bit later on as we move on to Heat 14. Corbin Shiraz in this one. Gil Brunner, Medida, Justin Posey, Nathaniel Duide, Dumi Lenegard, and Michael Boyle from the USA. All in Heat 14. Shiraz on the inside, world champion 2017 in Rock Hill.
Riders ready, watch the game.
On the 19 plate in lane number 4, that was Justin Posey. He'll be looking for a good start in this one. Looks like he's got one as they head towards turn number 1. Shiraz leading it through Posey, just working his way into 3 at the minute. Brunner's in there in 2, so 2 Americans inside the top 3. But Corbin Shiraz on the 24 is absolutely running away with this one.
Off his pedals.
He's taking this. Brunner in there in 2, as Jason said. It looks like Posey's had a few problems, but he might be able to bring it back in that LCQ. But no such issues for Corbin Shiraz. He's got this one well and truly won. He's going to get it. Brunner in 2, Medida in 3, Dumi in 4, Lenegard in 5. And Justin Posey, he started well, but it all went a little bit pear-shaped down that third straight.
Great ride from Medida, young rider from the Republic of South Africa, as he gets 3rd, Dumi in 4th, Shiraz and Brunner 1st and 2nd. But great ride by Medida, the young up-and-comer, getting through the first round. That'll be great for his confidence leading into the rest of the night. Next up, Heat 15, Naverstad, Dubois, Webster, Ruzakalns, De Freitas, Mayhew, Nagard, and Locatelli. More Latvians at this race than we see at the World Cups previous.
That's very true.
It's good to see. Small country, more participants.
Ready, watch the game.
Seeing if Romain Mayhew can find his way over from lane 6. Looks like he does. He's going to take the helmet with the star straight to the front as we're going to go double over here, and then we're going to go double step down. So it's going to be Mayhew jumping into the second corner, pulling away from Naverstad. It's going to be Mayhew, Naverstad, followed by Lanegard and Dubois. So the Norwegian rider finding his way into second place. French riders all over the place in 1st, 3rd, and 4th. But Romain Mayhew making it look easy as he crosses the line on his seat with the 1st place, followed by Naverstad, Lanegard, and Dubois getting that 4th place position.
Yeah, great lap for Roman May. You remember how strong he was here last year and how much power he had, especially down that second straight. Looked really, really smooth. And he's certainly looking to repeat his performances of last year. Maybe go one step better and take a win. And there is your official result. Mayu taking the win, 33.506. That is a quick time. Tori Navrestad going through in 2, Carl Linegaard in 3, and Corentin Dubois in 4. Moving on, heat number 16. Ponomarev's in this one. Webster, Barbara, Schunk, Deveci, Vanderberg, Furlan, and Dylan Gober.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
Vanderberg of the Netherlands in there in lane number 6. You could just see him winding it up for a charge down that first straight, and he's going to get the whole shot. So he's going through in 1. Liam Webster, I think it is settling his way into 2 at the moment. So the Germans looking good. The Italians are in 3 and 4 at the minute, but the rider in 4 is coming under pressure, and he's going to get pushed high up that turn. No such problems for Dave Vanderberg. He's got this one. Liam Webster, Mattia Furlan, Dylan Gober. That's your top 4 at the moment. Vanderberg for the Netherlands holding on to this one. Webster looking good into that 2 spot. Furlan's coming under pressure. Who's going to get it? One rider's gone down in a heap. I think Furlan got 3, Gober got 4, Deveci got 5. It might have been the Russian rider, Ponomarev, who took the tumble.
Ponomarev was making the charge, got ahead of himself, goes off of his bike in the last straightaway.
And that's what happens. You're pushing hard down that final straight, and the jumps come up at you really, really quickly. You could just see him getting out of control there, and the legs were up in the air, and the bike was all over the place. Let's hope he's not too bruised and battered after that one.
As you can see, the medics are checking on him. He hit pretty hard on his side.
And as always, we've got a top-class medical team on site. Ponomarev just getting up and walking away, which is nice to see. He might be a little bit sore. By the time he gets out of bed tomorrow morning, we do have on site actually a full medical centre with x-ray facilities and things of that nature. So certainly stepping up the game in terms of looking after the riders, which is always a good thing.
There we go. It's always good to see the rider walking off. A little bit of help, but definitely standing on his own 2 feet. Heat number 17. They are waiting patiently up on the 8-meter hill. Vanderberg, Webster, Furlan, and Gobert. That is the official qualifying 4 from heat number 16 in round 1, elite men. Oh, heat number 11, round 1, Molina, Peel, Villegas, Bob, Louis Hinsan, Sarazin.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the game.
The 2 Argentinian riders, Molina and Villegas, they're going straight to the front. Alec Bob getting shut down early down the first straightaway, getting reintroduced to World Cup racing. He's going to find his way into 3rd place. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Not so much, but the Argentinian contingent, Molina and Villegas, running away with it 1st and 2nd. Looks like they are both going to take this 3rd straightaway a little bit differently as they head into the last corner. 1st and 2nd, Molina, power to the pedals all the way to the line. Looking strong, composed, and collected. It's going to be Molina, Villegas, Peel, and Lee Hinstan from France.
Yeah, Alec Bob's going to have to make his way through to the LCQ. I'm pretty sure he wasn't wanting to do that. He's going to have to burn another lap into his legs. Molina, Villegas, Argentina going 1 and 2. Maynard Peel, the national champion of New Zealand, in there in 3. And Louis Hinsan of France in 4. Next up, heat number 17, I think it is. Cedric Bouty, Yoshi from Japan, Tonabise from France, Brenzel from Germany, Charavan from France, Toine Van Gent out of the Netherlands in this one, Berjan Tromp and Felix Lopez.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Toine Van Gent, you can almost see the intensity in his eyes beyond those goggles as he looked at those lights and waited for the first of them to come on, and he's made it pay because he's got the whole shot. Toine Van Gent of the Netherlands leading it out. That looks like Cedric Bouty going through in that 2 spot, just trying to pick up the riders in 3 and 4. One rider getting out of control slightly and just losing a position in that turn. Bouty, Tonabise, Charavan, 1, 2, 3 and 4. But it looks like Toine Van Gent's got this one under control. Cedric Bouty will probably just settle for that 2 spot. Van Gent's going to take it to the line. Oh, got a little bit sketchy there. Just held on to it. Cedric Bouty in 2, Tonabise in 3, Charavan in 4, Felix Lopez in 5.
Bouty, I believe, 2017 Junior World Champion.
That's correct. Stole it from Kevin van der Grondahl on that final straight.
That's right. Bouty finding his way. Great first straightaway by Toine Van Gent as we see 2 riders going down into the first corner. No matter how wide the first straightaway is, they all seem to funnel up at some point. The racing gets tight as they're all vying for that qualifying position.
Yeah, Pascal Brenzel getting caught up in that one.
Van Gent, Bouty, Tonabise, and Charavan. That's the official from heat number 17. We are in heat number 18, and I see the young Eddie Clerté in lane 1. Pabijankas, Cougère, Demontron, Bodzin, Meillet, Chappelle, and Borbosa.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Looks like the red uniform goes straight to the front along with Eddie Clerté, but I believe that will be Chappelle going to the front. If I'm not mistaken, that's Chappelle from France. Eddie Clerté finding his way into second place. Not to be contested. They're going into the second corner. Oh, I believe Clerté going to third. That's Chappelle into second. Meillet in front, excuse me. So Ferrand Meillet straight to the front. Chappelle in second. Clerté in third. So French 1, 2, and 3 with the Lithuanian in the 4th place position. Meillet, Chappelle, Clerté, and Pabijankas. That's how they'll finish.
Yeah, and if there's one rider who's going to bring the excitement later on, I think it's going to be Eddie Clerté. That guy's got some serious skills in the rhythm section. Roman Meillet looking good in that all-red uniform. He's in there in 1. Chappelle, Clerté, and Pabijankas. That makes up your top 4 in heat number 18. Heat 19, Nagasako, Peluard, Yoshimura, Verbinen, Halverson, Makada, Ugamar, and Jondot. Vincent Peluard, riding for Colombia these days, his adopted home country, even though he's a Frenchman riding in France. Yukio Yoshimura, the continental champion out of Japan. On the 27 plate, you'll see him in gate number 3, next door to Elias Verbinen from Belgium.
Definitely two to watch. Not to see the French Yvelines young now. Yvelines from the Netherlands, also a junior.
Been some good racing so far. Grandstand's fairly packed here at St Quentin en Yvelines. If you're wondering where that is, it's just on the outskirts of Paris, not far from the Palace of Versailles.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Right, Right, let's have a look. Vincent Pelloard going to want to put a good performance in front of the home fans, even though he's riding in a Colombian jersey these days. He's going to settle into 2 into that first turn, right behind Nagasako out of Japan. So Japan, Colombia going 1 and 2. That looks like Elias Verbinnen of Belgium. He's worked his way into 3. Yoshimura's in there somewhere as well, but it's Nagasako. Yoshimura back there in 4. So Japan going 1 and 4 in this one. Colombia / France in there in 2. Belgium going through in 3. Verbinnen holding on to that 3rd spot. Looks like Nagasako's going to get it under close scrutiny from Vincent Pelloard. Elias Verbinnen in 3. Yoshimura in 4. Nicholas Halverson going through in 5 for Norway. But a good lap there for Yoshi Nagasako. And there you go, taking the win. Vincent Pelloard, Elias Verbinnen and Jukiya Yoshimura making up the top 4.
Bookends. Japan,
Yep.
yeah. Heat number 20, Resende, Schottman, Schaub, Matsushita, Schilling, Tamiser, Hecker, and Gork. Not to be confused with Gork of USA BMX fame.
Okay, riders, random start.
Round 1, Heat 20.
Rider is ready, watch the game.
Down the hill they go. Looks like Resende's in lane 1. We'll see if he can find his way into first place as they go 3 deep into the first corner. Resende's going to tuck in, go back to second place. Looks like the rider in front will be, well, Resende making a move for first place. It's going to be Schottman, Resende, Schaub, Gork in 4th place. Schottman having some trouble with Resende all over him. Mitchell Schottman looking to stay in front, but Resende contesting all the way to the line. Schottman with the lunge. It's going to be Schottman, Resende, Schaub, and Gork.
Yeah, exciting lap there with the Brazilian getting stuck in, Renato Resende. Usually does our onboard footage. Just one rider taking a tumble there as they got to that first turn. No such problems for Renato Resende. He settled in just into 2nd spot behind Mitchell Schottman. Philippe Schaub in 3rd and Fabien Gork of France going through in 4. It was Oscar Schilling that took the tumble. As we move on to Heat 21. Jared Garcia in this one. Renaud Blanc, Edwards Glazers. Connor Fields, the Olympic champion. Boussane from Thailand. And then 3 French riders, Couron, Luapre and Chaliou, I think that is.
Connor Fields incidentally saying he is ready to race after a bit of time off from the World Cup circuit.
Definitely good to see Connor back on it. And let's see how he gets on in this one. So Connor Fields early to rise. Jared Garcia just tucking in there right behind him, but it's your 2016 Olympic champion Connor Fields getting the whole shot, streaking away down this straight, looking good into that 2nd turn. Garcia right there with him, pressure coming from the Swiss rider. That'll be Renaud Blanc. He's in there in 3 at home on a track or in a skate park. Somebody getting sketchy behind. That was Edvards Glazers out of Latvia, just giving up that 4th position. So he's really going to have to push it down this final straight. Connor Fields is going to take the win. Connor Fields takes it. Blanc coming through, photo finish with Garcia. Luapre of France in there in 4, and a really good time for Connor Fields, 33.277. I think that is actually the fastest lap so far, Jason.
That might be. There's been a couple people on the 33, but not so low on the 33-second mark. Connor Fields with the qualification, followed by Blanc, Garcia, and Luapre.
Yeah, I think that's Connor's way of saying, yep, I'm back.
Heat number 22, Ramirez, Ezekiel, Topinka, Nakai, Meunier, Zite, Pointon, and Borrell. The magician in lane 1, Carlos Ramirez. The Colombian rider Ramirez, looking to go to the first turn and first. He's not going to find his way. It's going to be Ramirez in 2nd place, followed by De Souza. So Souza in first. He has not been able to put together a consistent season just yet as he leaps over the triple. Training in Orlando. That will be D'Souza, that's your world number 3, followed by Ramirez, the Magician, 1 and 2 as they head down the last straight. And I believe we have the Japanese rider of Nakai in 3rd and Topinka getting through in 4th for the Czech Republic and Lucas Tame.
Yeah, good laps for our South American contingent. Meunier just taking a tumble there in that one, but it's nice to see him walking away in one piece.
Limping a little.
Yeah, he's going to have to bring it back for the LCG.
Lost his swagger. Falling down will do that.
Yep. There's your official result. D'Souza, Ramirez, Nakai, and Topinka all moving through into the 16ths. As we move on to heat number 23, Anthony Dean, Ciortino, Trey White of Great Britain, Ryan Martin of Great Britain, Stef van Doren of the Netherlands, Hugo Roy, Anthony Arrighi, and Eric Peters in this one as well. Right, let's have a look. We were expecting to see Anthony Dean somewhere near the front in this one, and that's exactly where he is. Hole shotting into that first turn. Trey White just working his way into 2. Where's Ryan Martin? He's in there in 4 at the moment. That looks like the Italian Marti Ciortino going through into 3rd, but Anthony Dean's got this one on lock at the minute. Trey White looking good, coming under pressure from the Italian as they go down that 3rd straight. Ryan Martin in there in 4, so the 2 British boys looking very, very comfortable. Nobody looking more comfortable than Anthony Dean in this one. Aboard his new ride for 2019 and 2020. Dean takes it, Trey White in there in 2, Ciortino in 3, and Ryan Martin will be very pleased to get through this first round and make his way into the 16ths.
Ryan Martin getting through. Trey White with the 2nd place. Anthony Dean with a commanding 1st place finish. Ciortino from Italy rounding out the top 4. Not in that order. This is the order. Dean, White, Ciortino, and Martin. Great ride for Ryan Martin. I believe the youngest in that lap. There's 4 juniors in that heat. Heat number 24, round 1, Darnan, Larson, Gargaglia, Alden, Istil, Isidore, Senecal, and Varakjot. Simba Darnan, the tall guy, he'll be coming out of lane 1. Got all the way to the semifinal in Papendal. Let's see if he can make his way to the main event today. Dylan Isidore, the tall guy from Great Britain. So a lot of height. Meanwhile, Cam Larson sandwiched in between the 2. So we have 2 towers, and then Cam Larson with just a burst of energy in that 3rd place spot. So Ariel Martin making Ariel Martin proud, and the USA. Cam Larson in 3rd place, but it's going to be Darnan and Isidore. Cam Larson looking to hold off 4th place at this point, as it's going to be Darnan, Isidore. Now Larson looking for more as he wants 2nd place. Isidore moving over on Larson just a bit, as Larson gets some heat from behind by Gargaglia. So it's going to be Darnan, Isidore, Larson, and Gargaglia.
Yeah, Larson looked like he was almost having a day at the trails down that 3rd
Yeah, it was
straight.
like he was pushing for 2nd, then back to 3rd, then pushing again. There's your official Darnan, Isidore, Larson, and Gargaglia. Simba Darnan looking quite impressive, and in the 33-second mark too as well.
Yeah, that bodes well for later on. As we get to the last of the first round for men elite, Kyle Evans, Klashenko, Milano, Sagers, Beguin, Van Lankfeld, Boyer, and Flock. All in this one. Kyle Evans doing it for Great Britain. The reigning European champion. Picked up that title in Glasgow in 2018. So Heat 25 is underway, all the power on the inside. Kyle Evans, Yevgeny Klashenko and Jefferson Milano all heading into turn number 1. Milano and Evans going 1 and 2 at the minute. Evans leading it out. Klashenko's in there in 3. The Russian looking good, looking for the rider in 4. Not quite sure who that is at the moment. Might be the Wouter Sagers actually out of Belgium in there in 4. But Kyle Evans, the European champion out of Great Britain, leading into that final straight. Jefferson Milano looking quite comfortable. Klashenko, he's in there in 3. Sagers in there in 4. Looks like the top 4 are going to be nice and comfortable crossing that line. Evans, Milano, Klashenko, Sagers. Very, very comfortable inside the top 4. And that concludes the first round for the men elite. So some good racing there, Jason.
Yeah, no major surprises. I was just thinking to myself if we saw anything that was of great surprise. Evans, Milano, Klashenko, Seegers. Good to see Milano going fast. He had a bit of a troubled start earlier on this year. I think this track is evenly built, I would say, for both the skilled riders and the power riders. We move up to elite women. Round 1, Bao, Restrepo, Smolders, Priest, Escobar, Hernandez, and Hajkova.
Okay, riders, ready to start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Judy Bao, lane 1, your current points leader. Meryl Smolders, oh no, we have a rider going down. Looks like she high-sided just off of the rear tire of Meryl Smolders, who's in second place right now. It's going to be Bao, Smolders, 1 and 2.
Hernandez in 3.
Hernandez, the return of Hernandez in 3, as she is looking quite strong in third place. So it's going to be Hernandez in 3, Bao. Meryl Smolders looking to catch up to Bao. We'll see if she's going to contest it in this last corner with a high-low. Yes, she does. They're going to take up the whole last straightaways. It's going to be Bao, Smolders, or is it Smolders and Bao? We'll see as they cross the line. Bao with a lunge, followed by Smolders, Hajkova, and Hernandez for the photo finish.
Yeah, it was Nadia Priest of Germany that took the tumble and yeah, clipped somebody's wheel and down she went. Let's hope she's all right for the next one. You can just see it sliding down that first straight, which is never a good thing. There is your official result. Judy Bao, Meryl Smolders, Michaela Hajkova, and Stephanie Hernandez, the return of the 2015 world champion. Really good to see her back on track. Let's hope Nadia Priest is okay and can make it back for the LCQ a little bit later on.
Not a very easy heat.
No, not at all. Not at all. And you've got the world number 2 in there, and also the number 3 in the world. As we move on to heat number 2, Saya Takayama of Japan, Erin Lockwood of Australia, Elise Willoughby of the USA, Paulo Reis Santos of Brazil, Nadine Eberhard, Charlotte Moreau, and Malene Kelstrup in this one out of Denmark. Heat number 2, women elite lining up. All eyes will be on the 11 of Elise Willoughby. After some desperate look in some of the earlier rounds, she'll be looking to make up for it today. The 117, Charlotte Moreau on the outside. Possibly looking a little bit pensive. I'm sure that'll all go when this gate drops. P2, Women Elite underway. Elise Willoughby getting a great start. She streaks down this first straight and into that first turn. Saya Takayama working her way into the Japanese rider. Looking good. That looks like Paulo Reis Santos in 3. Two riders down in that first corner. One of them being the Danish rider, but no such issues for Elise Willoughby. She's holding on to it at the moment, going down that third straight. Willoughby, Takayama, Reis Santos, Nadine Eberhard. She's in there in 4, so there's a gap between 1, 2, 3, and 4, pretty much stretched out like an accordion, as Jason would say. Elise Willoughby bringing it to the line on that 11 plate. Willoughby of the USA is going to take it. Takayama's going to go through in 2, Reis Santos in 3, Eberhard in 4, Charlotte Moreau in 5. All the action in that first turn where we lost 2 riders.
Do I say stretching it out like an accordion?
You've said that before.
I've said that. I usually say barring anything catastrophic. That's how they finish.
Yeah. And as you see,
there's the crash. Then we see another high side. Just not enough room for everybody to fit. One was taking the turn a little bit sharper than the other one would have liked. And a high side, that's when you 0 to 180 and almost instantaneously. But looks like the riders have gotten up okay. Willoughby, Takayama, Reis Santos, and Eberhard, they will qualify, or they will move on. As we head up to heat number 3, so we see Laura Smolders, Stevo, Dos Santos, Juteau, Peterson, Etienne, and Grand. Haven't seen Axel Etienne in a while, so it's good to see her back.
Yeah, I was thinking that before. We hadn't seen her for a little
Yeah.
while. But it's good to have her back on track. Let's see how she gets on.
Making her World Cup debut in her home country.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Two Brazilian riders, Stavo and Reese Santos. Looks like Axel Etienne's going to battle all the way to the front, not giving Laura Smolders any room. Crowd goes wild as the local crowd favorite. I don't know if she's that local, but definitely the French crowd favorite. Going to take it to the front down the third straight. It's going to be Etienne, Smolders, Jateau. Smolders not contesting. That's a bit of a surprise as Smolders looks quite relaxed in second place. But Etienne bringing it down the last straightaway. We'll see if she can hold on to it. Smolders calculated as ever with the second place, followed by Jateau and the 93 of Stavo getting through for that fourth place.
Well, the French rider leading it out and taking the win. That's definitely woken the crowd up. Axel Etienne in one. Laura Smolders, a very controlled rider, as you said, Jason. I'm sure she was holding something back.
Might have surprised her down the first straight, though.
Yeah, in there in two. Jateau going through in three as well, and Priscilla Stevo also in the mix. Heat number 4, Manon Valentino, Danny George, Gabriella Bolle, Krista von Niederhausen, Liana Curtis of Australia, Yaroslava Bondarenko. Nice to have her back after injury. She's in this one as well, and Camille Imbert.
Bondarenko looking quite serious up there. There's Nadia Priest getting a little bit more help than we'd like to see, but she is upright, and that's good, so she might have some bumps and bruises somewhere. Bondarenko, number 89 from Russia, been off the scene at the beginning of the year, so she's back. Manon Valentino in lane 1.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, here we go with heat number 4. Let's have a look who's going to charge down that first straight. Danny George has got a good one, but Manon Valentino's got a better one. Valentino leading it into the turn, so the French crowd are really getting their money's worth today in this women elite class. Valentino leading it out. Danny George into Gabriella Bolle of Colombia. She's in there in 3. Yaroslava Bondarenko of Russia back there in 4. Went a little bit wide, gave up the position because Liana Curtis has worked her way into that top 4, so Bondarenko's really going to have to get a move on if she wants to avoid going to the LCQ. Ducking and diving in that final turn. Manon Valentino's got this one on lockdown. Danny George is looking good in 2. Who's going to get the 3? Who's going to get the 4? Looks like Curtis battling with Bolle. It's going to be a photo finish. Von Niederhausen in 5, and Yaroslava Bondarenko got shuffled back to 6.
Bondarenko not quite up to her normal speed just yet. Not sure if she's just feeling it out or feeling it okay. Valentino, George, Curtis, and Bolle, they are your official qualifiers from heat number 4. Round 1, heat number 5, elite women, where you see Christensen, Sakakibara, Asuero, Mikkelsen, Sate, Veenstra, and Patricone.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Christensen with an amazing pop out of the first, on the first pedal. Christensen out the gate, down the straightaway into first place, followed by Sakakibara. Asuero back in the 6th. Not sure what happened with her. As we have the Canadian rider, Mikkelsen in 3rd, excuse me. So Christensen, Sakakibara 1 and 2. Sakakibara might be making a move on Christensen. We'll see. Mikkelsen holding down the 3 spot. Taking different lines out of the corner. It looks like Sakakibara and Christensen now battling for that first place position down the last straightaway. It's going to be Christensen, Sakakibara, Mikkelsen, and Veenstra from the Netherlands.
Surprised to see Dominica Asuero not as close as she would normally would have been in that particular one. The national champion of Ecuador having to settle for 5. Christensen, Sakakibara, Mikkelsen, and Veenstra inside the top 4. They'll move on to the next round. Heat number 6 lining up on top of that gate. Mariana Pahon in this one. Kitwanitsathian of Thailand in there in 2. Chevalier, Rojas, Stansel, Tuksha, Yabuta, and Jessie Smith out of New Zealand.
That is our favorite name, by the way, Kitwanitsathian.
Yeah.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
Heat number 6 underway. I don't know who's in lane 2, but she got that gate completely and totally wrong. Looks like she's not having the best of laps at all, but one rider who is Felicia Stansel getting the whole shot. That's Mariana Pahon, your double Olympic champion. She's in there in that 2 spot at the minute. Looks like the Canadian rider trying to work her way in. That'll be Tuksha. She's in 3, I think it is, at the moment. So the Canadian looking good. The 106 in 4. Sorry, the 108. It's Letitia Chevalier in that 4th spot. Felicia Stansel, Mariana Pahon, they've checked out. They've gone. Felicia's going to get it. Team USA bringing it home in heat number 6. Mariana's going to take the 2. Jessie Smith with a late charge as well. Is she going to get it? No, I don't think she did. She'll have to settle for 5. Chevalier in 4. Tuksha in 3 for Canada.
Bye-bye, Felicia. Great ride by her, straight to the front, followed by Pahon, Tuksha, and Chevalier. Chevalier, that sounds like a fancy drink.
It does.
Most French things sound fancy, though. Heat 7, Van Bentham, Afrimova, Tano, Rosnet, Henri, Pech, Delalonde, and Admakina.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
Natalia Afrimova, the Russian national champion, she's going to move over on Merle Van Bentham just a bit as she goes straight to the first turn. Van Bentham fighting for 2nd place now. So it's going to be Van Bentham in 2nd. Japanese rider of Tano, I believe. Tano finding her way into 3rd place. So it's going to be Afrimova, Van Bentham, Tano, and Pech. Pech holding down the 4th place position. Keep your eye on Pech because she looks like she could be in trouble in this last corner by the Russian rider. But right now it's Afrimova, Van Bentham, Tano, and Pech. Pech not getting much room from Tano. We'll see if they go to the photo. It's going to be Afrimova, Van Bentham, Tano, and Pech just getting through.
Yeah, great laps for Natalia Afrimova. She took a 2nd place on day 1 here last year. Clearly she's happy at St. Quentin on Yvelines, as you can see with a win in that motor. Merle Van Bentham, strong results in 2. Let's have a look. Bethany Shriver of Great Britain in this one. Lauren Reynolds, Camille Mayer of France, Mathilde Dodou of France, Zoe Claessens of Switzerland, Amanda Carr of Thailand, and Julie Guznet of France.
It is raining just outside from the roof, so the turns can get wet when it rains here.
All right, heat number 8, the last of the women elite motos heading down towards turn 1. One rider's taking a tumble, but Bethany Shriver of Great Britain has got a whole shot. So Beth looking good in this one. Where is Lauren Reynolds? She must be in there somewhere. Camille Mayer in there in 2. Right next to, I think, is that Amanda Carr? No, it's Lauren Reynolds. Sorry, I do apologise. Lauren in that 2 spot. Camille's going through in 3. And it looks like Dodou who took the tumble. So Bethany Shriver, this will be great for her confidence going in and out of that final turn. She's in the lead, coming under pressure now from Lauren Reynolds down that straight. Camille Mayer in there in 3. That looks like Zoe Claessens in there in 4, but Shriver takes the moto. Reynolds, Mayer, Claessens, that's your top 4. Amanda Carr in 5 from Mathilde Dodou. Just having problems there. She's going to have to come back for the LCQ.
Official Shriver, Reynolds, Mayer, Claessens, Bethany Shriver. I noticed she jumped into that 2nd corner. When the women do that, they definitely get a nice shot into that 2nd corner, more momentum. The next time we see the women, it will be for the last chance qualifiers, during the last chance qualifiers, they only take 2,
And it,
which definitely makes things more difficult. Next up, men's elite, last chance qualifier, again qualifying 2. So these races are definitely make or break for the riders coming up if they want to keep their hopes alive to get into the final tonight.
yeah, interesting to note as well, Jason, only 2 riders in that women elite class went under 38 seconds. Elise Willoughby and Felicia Stansel.
Yes, the U.S. riders.
Felicia literally by 1,000th of a second, 37.999. But she was under 38, so it counts.
It does.
Our local announcer team getting the crowd
Yeah, the
hyped and
French-
involved.
The French have always been good at promoting BMX races, having a good atmosphere, full stands, keeping things lively. I heard the great Christophe Levesque has been seen walking around the pits and the stands today. Probably the most successful French racer ever. BMX racer. Maybe we'll see Xavier Redois come out this weekend, or
Claude Villemont.
Eric Minozzi.
Tracking some old school French
We
names
are,
out
we'll
there,
see.
for sure. So definitely looking good here at French National Cycling Centre, just on the outskirts of Paris. Got the velodrome in the background there, the epicentre of French cycling. And certainly the action's going to get more exciting and more explosive as we move on. Nice to see the return of Connor Fields in the men elite class, Jason.
Yeah,
nice to have him back.
he lit that lap up too. That was good to see him. Looking strong and poised.
And I think he actually posted the fastest lap time.
That's right.
In fact, both fastest lap times in elite men and elite women going to America. Elise Willoughby with the fastest of the women elite times. So things looking good. Early doors for Team USA.
So far, so good. Welcome, if you are just joining us, to the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup in Saint-Quentin en Yvelines, France, just outside of Paris, not too far from the Palace of Versailles.
That's it.
Versailles. Takes a lot of energy to do the French accent.
Always sounds good. Got a few shout outs come in. Got the Stimson family out there in the UK watching the coverage, enjoying it. So I hope you guys are having a good time watching the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup.
Speaking of Supercross BMX racing, Bill Ryan is always watching, saying his riders are making him proud right now. I believe he's talking about Cam Larson, amongst others. I'm sure Felicia Stansel as well.
Also got Brian Dorsey watching out in the USA as we move towards the last chance qualifiers for the men, Heat 1.
Last chance, heat number 1. Chauvin, Surigu, Caron, Navarro, Suk Prasert, Yoshi, and Papa.
Yeah. We'll be looking for
Could be anyone's race.
It could be anyone's race, and we're only taking 2, don't forget, in this one. I'm sure Yoshi will be up there.
I was going to say, should we bet on this? That wouldn't be very sporting of us, but... Chauvin in lane 8.
Maybe he's channeling his inner Nick Kimmon.
I would have picked lane 8 if I were in that race. The tie rider, Suk Prasert, going straight to the front. Suk Prasert, the Thailand rider, going straight to the front, looking proud all the way up front in this last chance qualifier, only taking 2. Yoshi in second place. So my counterpart, Rich Eames, was correct, but we have a race for second place. Not sure if that's Yoshi going to hold on to it or Chauvin. Definitely the tie rider. Suk Prasert getting the first place, and Chauvin disrupting Yoshi's flow for the last qualification position.
There is your official result. Suk Prasert of Thailand taking the win. Chauvin of France into Yoshi unlucky in 3. Next up, Alden, Genestroni, Alec Bob, Umak Loof, Flock and Ugama of the Netherlands. All lined up, heat number 2 of the last chance qualifiers. Don't forget, just 2 riders going through in these last chance qualifiers. And I'm not even going to try and predict who the top 2 are. But let's have a look. As they head down the first straight, Genestroni. We're looking for Alec Bob as well, but he's got work to do because he's back there in 5 at the minute and even going to get shuffled back into 6. So the USA not having the best of laps in this
Bob
one.
might have a shot. Is he going to dive?
He's working his way in. He's up
working
to
his
4.
way up.
Let's have a see.
2 and 3, they might mess each other up. Not sure though. 2 is going to fight for first.
Genestroni looking good in this one, the 106. Alden looks like they're going to go through in 1 and 2. Alec Bob worked his way all the way up to 3. Couldn't quite make it stick,
Too little,
though.
too late for Bob. Eric Grindle saying he's tuning in from Northern California. Wants to let everyone know. There you go, Genestroni and Alden. Those are your qualifiers. Eric Grindle saying, hey, I'm watching the World Cup, but he wants everyone to tune into USA BMX Rockford next week. The Rock, one of my favorite places to race from back in the day. Glazers, Lopez, Lankveld, Demontron, Barbera, Molina. Heat number 3, men's elite, last chance.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready, watch the gate.
Last chance. Looks like the rider from Chile on the outside getting a great start. That will be Molina. He's going to be met in the first turn by, well, nobody because he's going straight to the front. So it's going to be Molina running away with it. He had a crash first round, so he definitely wants to. Oh, no, he gets passed on the inside. He goes from first to third. Looks like Glazers and Demontron. Now Lopez. Molina back to 4th or 5th even. Not a great race for him. Definitely disappointing. The 270 rider of Glazers from Latvia, followed by Demontron from France. Wow.
Wow, and who says last chance qualifiers are not
That
exciting racing? That was
a good
amazing.
race.
That was good. And there's your result. Glazers and De Montrond taking the top 2 spots. Felix Lopez, not the one from Manchester, the one from France, going through in 3rd, so he's unlucky. He's going to have to come back and have another go tomorrow. Right. Heat number 4, Axel Webster, De Vecchi, Peters, Cornatello, Botan and Arrighi. All in this one. Not 1, not 2, but 3 French riders in this last chance. Heat number 4. Well, heat number 3 was exciting. Let's see if heat number 4's got that exact same amount of excitement as we come down towards turn number 1. It looks like Axel Webster going well. That's De Vecchi in there in 2. Who's got the 3 at the moment? Not quite sure. We'll soon find out though as they head in and out of that second turn. It is Webster still holding on to it. Botan in there in 3. Cornatello in 4. Germany and Italy going 1 and 2, Webster and De Vecchi. Looks like they've got this one wrapped up. They've got 3 or 4 bike lengths over the guys in 3 and 4. They're going to go through. Webster's going to get it. De Vecchi is going to get 2.
Webster and De Vecchi, that's your official in the last chance heat number 4. Moving on with the program, last chance elite men. Heat number 6, we have Nagard, Demblon, Dorval, Claessens, Schilling, Trump, making the Netherlands great again, and Filou. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist.
I noticed.
Making BMX great again. Heat number 6, last chance. And this could be the last chance for a lot of these riders. Landegard straight to the front, running away with it. This is not a normal place for him to be in a last chance, so he wants to make sure he gets out of here unscathed. Looking kind of nice. Jump to manual in the second straightaway, showing some skill. Landegard, oh, we have a rider down in the second corner. It's going to be Landegard and Claessens. Landegard and Claessens, 1 and 2. They're going to spread it out like an accordion. As Rich says what I say, Landegard and Claessens 1 and 2, they will move on in the program. Everyone else done for the day.
Right, that was heat 6. So heat 5, maybe we've got a mechanical somewhere that's been
That
sorted
was
out.
heat 6, yes.
Axel Damblon. Definitely not having the lap he wanted in that LCQ. I mean, it's testament to the strength that the French actually have, the amount of riders who kind of enter this event. It's always the biggest field of a World Cup, this particular venue. French elites out in force. There is your official result. Axel Lenegard and Arthur Claessens going 1 and 2. Moving on to the 16ths. As we move to heat number 7. It's still Rosa, Aguirre, Boyer, Jondot, Zite, and Meunier.
Attention. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So Shane Rosa of Australia, he's usually quite strong in those early rounds. He's going to have to be stronger still in this LCQ as they head towards the turn. And it's Shane Rosa getting the whole shot. He's in there in 1, looking good. That looks like the rider going through in 2, possibly French, because there are plenty of French riders in this one. Boyer in there as well. I think he's in 3 at the minute with Zite in 4, but it's all about the top 2. Boyer into Meunier in 3. So Meunier is going to have to make his move down that final straight. Shane Rosa looking like he's got this one on lock. He's got it aboard that 32 plate. He's going to bring it to the line and take the win in this LCQ. He gets it. Boyer of France in 2, Zite in 3, Jondot in 4. There is your results. Shane Rosa and Boyer from France taking the top 2 positions, working their way into the 16th. We'll see them again a little bit later on.
Next up, Bujaki, Halverson, Bunsane, Munch,
Attention.
Senecal, Locatelli.
Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Down the gate they go. Looks like Bujaki straight to the front. Surprising to see him in a last chance qualifier. He's probably surprised as well. He doesn't want anything to do with it, so he's going to try to make his way through here as clean as possible. Bujaki looking controlled, going in and out of the second corner as they head into the third straight. Bujaki, Bodzin, he will be in second place. They have a pretty commanding lead over the rest of the pack. So it's going to be Bujaki and Bodzin 1 and 2, provided they stay up. They will get through this round. Bujaki and Bodzin, heat number 8.
And the LCQs continue. As we move on, that's Bujaki and Bodson. 1 and 2 in heat number 8. Next up should be heat number 9. Lining up, Bude, Game, Pichinowski, Brahim, Avellano, Shafiot, and K. Stindl out of Germany on that 303 plate. Heat number 9 of the LCQs. Round number 5 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup here in France.
Attention. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
K. Stindl out there in gate number 8, next door to Jan Shafiot from France, who did not get the start he wanted, but K. Stindl of Germany definitely did. He's leading this one through at the moment, so the German rider looking good as they head down that second straight. Just trying to pick up the rider who's in there in 2 at the moment. K. Stindl looking good. Might have been one rider taking a tumble, not quite sure. Certainly the field definitely spread out in this one. K. Stindl got it completely under control. He's holding this one. Stindl, the German rider, he's going to take this one to the line. An easy victory in the LCQ for K. Stindl. Who's got the 2 spot? That'll be Bude from France. Those guys going through. Game in 3 and Pichinowski in 4. So that was heat number 9 of the LCQs. There is your result. K. Stindl, Matthias Bude going through.
2 and through in the last chance. 2 and through. Start list, heat 10, Bonnet, Perrault, Van Doren, Boyle, Foucault, and Cuillère.
Attention. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Oh, lane 7 with a big wheelie down the hill. That's not going to be very helpful for him. Boyle on the outside. He gets shoved into 4th place. Looks like that might be Van Doren in front. Van Doren, Bonnet, Boyle in 3rd. Van Doren and Bonnet. Boyle hoping for something to happen. Might be too far back, as Van Doren and Bonnet are going to keep on racing the rest of the evening.
And there is your result of heat number 10. Last chance qualifiers, Van Doren and Bonnet, as Jason said, going through to the 16th. As we move on to heat number 11. Oh, back to heat number 5. So, shuffled around. Zucant, Caroso, Barbosa, Lebigo, Fesio, Quentin Miroir, and Godoy in this one as well.
Attention. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Heat number 5. of the last chance qualifiers. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 French riders in this one heading towards turn 1. Oh, there's been a big crash into the turn. 2 riders have gone down in a heap, so that is their day over. 1 rider's getting completely out of control down that second straight, and he's really had to sort of lift the bike through it. That's cost him a lot of momentum, but Rosicalns and Cardoso, 1 and 2, the Portuguese rider, in that 2 spot at the minute, so he's holding on to it. He's got a qualification position. It's the Latvian rider, Rosicalnes, I think that is, or Rosicalns. I do apologise for my Latvian pronunciation, but he takes the win. Cardoso going through into all the action, though, was down that first straight. Riders hitting the deck. 1 rider's upright, not sure where the other one is. It was the 2-1-2 that went down. That was Idriss Lebigot out of France, who took a tumble on that first straight. And there he is, just getting tangled up with the rider next to him. Sometimes that can be the problem. One rider gets out of control and you've got nowhere to go. Rosicalns of Latvia and Cardoso of Portugal.
Fritas.
Going 1 and 2.
Looks like we're going up to heat 11. Last chance, elite men Gommers, Vodine, Mercader, Bougère, Ponton, Howard Tawan, and Shunk.
Sounds like our fallen rider who's just making their way off track.
Attention.
Ruben Gommers, Belgian national champion in lane 1. Kevin Shunk, closest to the camera. Look like Gommers, Ponton, but it's going to be Gommers straight to the front. Ponton with the fastest time down the hill. Gommers to the fastest time in and out of the first corner, that's for sure. Gommers looking in control, maybe getting a little bit in front of himself jumping into the second corner, but he reels it back in. He wants to make it through, keep on living to fight another round. Going to be Gommers taking the relatively stress-free win, followed by Ponton. They will make it through. Everyone else is done. Here at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. Official Gommers, Ponton, Belgium, and France. Still no one getting close to Connor Field's time. I've noticed that.
Heat number 12, Denny Lawler, Tomizoli even, Saracen, Tamzia, Boutonnet, and Rivoire.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
T12 of the LCQs, possibly the most French race we'll have all day. 6 out of the 7 riders are French, and Denny Lawler just heading into turn number 1, but it looks like he's got Michele Tomizoli of Italy behind him. 1 rider going down in turn number 1, so it's France and Italy going 1 and 2 at the minute. So Denny Lawler looking good and comfortable. Tomizoli in 2. Tamizier in 3. He's going to have to put some work in if he wants to catch the Italian rider down this final straight. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Looks like Denny Lawler and Tomizoli are going to go 1 and 2. They're going to go through to the 16th, nice and comfortable. Denny Lawler and Tomizoli it is. Tamzier in 3, Rivoire in 4. So the French and the Italian rider making it through to the 16th finals. And that was the rider who took the tumble.
There's the replay. Looks like he just slid out, staying low, and the back wheel just got loose. and he was done for the day. Denny Lawler, Tomazioli making it through. You can still see the skid marks on the jump into the first corner. Start list: Daiwade, Matsushita, Borel, Chayu, Posey, Oigama, and Fei. Posey was looking to put together a good first round. Looks like he came unclipped down the second straight. Now the pressure's on the young American.
Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
Looks like Posey wants to go to the front, stays in the air just a little bit longer than he would hope. Now he's stuck on the outside. Relegated to third place and in trouble. As we get an ID on the first place rider, it's going to be Matsushita. Posey's in third, Daiwade in second. Daiwade fighting for more. We might have a race down the last straight as they are all spreading out wide, not long. But Matsushita is going to hold on to it, followed by Daiwade, Borel, and Posey.
Yeah, that's going to be disappointment for Justin Posey. He was looking to redeem himself after coming off the pedals in the first round and got squeezed in that first turn, got pushed up high and couldn't quite make it stick. So he's going to have to come back and have another go tomorrow. There's your result, Matsushita and Nathaniel Daiwade of France going through 1 and 2. This is heat number 14 of the last chance qualifiers, the last of the LCQ rounds. Milano, Beguin, Svanberg, Hecker, Pointo, and Thizé all lined up in this one.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
So the 253 of Hugo Thizé from France. He's on the outside in this one. He's looking to work his way across from gate number 8. Didn't quite make it stick in this particular lap because he's there at the back of the pack at the moment. One rider getting pushed up high in that first turn. Where is Philip Svanberg? He's in there somewhere. I think he's in about 2 at the moment, just trying to work his way in and get into one of those positions that's going to take him through. He's in 3rd at the moment, so Beguin in 2nd. Looks like Sanchez leading it out, though, the Spanish rider coming down the final straight. Has Svanberg got anything left in the tank? Is he going to be able to bring it to the line? Is he going to pick up a top 2 spots? I don't think he is. Beguin and Sanchez, 1 and 2. Svanberg out in 3. So France and Spain going through in heat number 14 of the last chance qualifiers. And there is your official result, Beguin and Sanchez. So the LCQs for the men elites, done and dusted.
Done and dusted. I guess the biggest disappointment would probably be Posey not finding his way out of the last chance qualifier.
And sometimes you just have those days, Jason, where nothing goes right, and it appears to be one of them for Justin Posey. Just had a shout out come through for the McCrum family up there in Scotland, watching the action.
That's a good name.
That's a proper Scottish name, that is.
Yeah, I feel like with that name, that's like a movie. A whole, clan of McCrums.
Yeah, like a Scottish Home Alone type thing, yeah. Young Cooper sat there watching the box with Sister Tilly. So, Team McCrum, it's good to have you on board.
So the elite women lining up for their last chance. Heat 1, Peterson, Alves dos Santos, Restrepo, Sate, and Rojas. So only 2 will qualify. Only 5 on the gate. So that means there's a lot of track, a lot of room on the track to make some moves. My guess is Veneta Peterson, the Latvian national champion, and and the Colombian national champion of Restrepo will be battling it out. The wild card is Alves dos Santos from Brazil, as she goes straight to the front. So now dos Santos saying, I want to definitely make it out of this. Vanetta Peterson in second place, as Restrepo hunting Peterson down. We'll see if she can make it happen. Alves dos Santos, first place, Peterson in second. Peterson looking for more as she knows she's in the last qualifying spot. She's gonna stay close to dos Santos as they're gonna finish dos Santos, Peterson 1 and 2.
And there is your official result for heat number 1 of the last chance qualifiers. Julia Alves dos Santos going through with Vanetta Peterson, the national champion of Latvia, making it through in that second spot. Adam Keener, Carr, Kitwanit Sathian in this one, Charlotte Rosnay and Lila Henry out of Switzerland. We can't forget that big tumble she took at Papendal just a few short weeks ago.
And big comeback after that tumble. That was a huge crash.
It was a huge crash.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Heat number 2 is underway. Let's have a look if Amanda Carr can get a decent start for Thailand via Florida. Yes, she has. So Amanda Carr getting the whole shot in this one. Where is Layla Henry? She's back there in about 4 of the minutes, so she's got some serious work to do. Looks like the Russian's in there in 2. That'll be Svetlana Admankina. So Admankina in that second spot. Amanda Carr leading it out, though. She had a goal this weekend of jumping that first jump from the 8-meter start hill first lap round, and she's got it done, but she's given up a position in this LCQ. The Russian working away out front, Admankina. She's going to hold on to it on that 74 plate. She's bringing it to the line. Amanda Carr's looking comfortable in that second spot. She's going to go through as well. Layla Henry back there in 4, Rosnay in 3, but Carr and Admankina going through the top 2. There's your official result. Admankina and Carr working their way out of heat number 2 of the LCQs.
Next up, heat 3, Gond and Bear, Petricone, Kelstrup, and Smith.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Kelstrup on the outside. Only 3 get over the first jump. So now it's a 3-woman race so far. As we have second place going to first and now third going to first. I believe that's going to be Kelstrup jumping into the second corner. She will be rewarded for that with some more momentum. She pedals almost all the way around the second corner. That's Smith, excuse me. Smith, Gand, Kelstrup in third. So Smith in first. Wondering why she was in the last chance qualifier in the first place. So Smith qualifying through, stylish as well, followed by Gand. Kelstrup from Denmark, disappointing third place.
Yeah, if there's anything that's going to be disappointing, it's going to be coming third in the LCQ, knowing that all your efforts have been in vain and you've missed out by 1 spot. One rider just being carried away from the track. Not sure who that was. Took the tumble. And there is your result. Jessie Smith taking the win. Anne Gand in France. She went through in 2. We'll see those ladies in the 8s a little bit later on as we move on to heat number 4. Krista von Niederhausen, Andrea Escobar, Dominica Azuero, Morgan Delalande and Erin Lockwood out of Australia. Erin took a tumble in that first round, hence she's in the LCQ. She'll be looking to make up for it this time around. Let's see what happens.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
LCQ, heat number 4, women elites underway. And it looks like Dominica Azuero got an absolutely great start. That pink hair flowing out behind her. She gets the whole shot. Looks like Andrea Escobar. So South American riders, Ecuador and Colombia going 1 and 2 at the minute. Where is Erin Lockwood? She's in there in about 3 at the minute. Moves being made in that turn.
Moving
the Colombian
second
rider
corner.
just holding on to it. Von Niederhausen in there in 3. Lockwood's got it all to do in 4. Looks like Andrea Escobar got slightly out of control. She's under pressure. Oh, she got a nudge in that final turn. So the Colombian rider giving it up. Has she got anything left down the final straight? We've got one line. Oh, she's giving it up. Von Niederhausen stealing second place away.
Stealing it back.
Stealing it back, yeah.
Yeah, Escobar had a good move. Just didn't shut the door enough. Dominica Azuero finding her way through. Niederhausen finding her way through. Escobar done for the day. Very disappointing for her as we head up the hill for the last of the last chance qualifier. Heat number 5, elite women, Bondarenko, Yabudo, Dudu, Moreau, and Gesnay.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Looks like Bondarenko's going to take advantage of lane 1. She gets a clean jump over the first jump, getting good backside. She wants to run away with this one, getting a clean lap, so it's going to be Bondarenko in front.
Yabuta's in 3.
Is that Yabuda in 3? So Bondarenko in front. Looks like that will be Dudu in second. Dudu in second with a little bit of trouble, possibly. The Japanese rider tries to do the high-low, but Bondarenko not thinking about anything but crossing the line first during this lap. And Dudu with the second place. Matilda Dudu getting the final qualifying position. Yabuda with a disappointing 3rd.
There is your result. Yaroslava Bondarenko back on standard 20-inch wheels, not the 1 3/8 she was on earlier in the season, taking the win. With Matilda Dudu going through into those 2 ladies, going through into the 8 finals a little bit later on.
All right, we're going to commercial.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
You always know pro gate's going to fall fast and on time, and it's always going to be on point.
So we have two-time Australian Olympian joining me today. Lauren, how was your first moto? It looked good. You got a second behind Bethany.
Yeah, it was good. It's awesome to be back here in Paris. Last year was my first time here, so it's such a technical little track, but you know, yeah, we have a long day ahead of us, so it was good to get a good start, and hopefully we build a little momentum as we go, and yeah, get ready for the finals later tonight.
So obviously you were close to a podium in Papendal, and now you've been here, you've rode the track this week, you raced your first lap. It seems like a track that suits you very well. It's really technical, and you're a very technical rider.
Yeah, it is technical. We have a nice long sprint down the first straight, but yeah, that first corner still comes up fairly quick. So everything's tight. You've got to be still really precise, and I think the main thing is keeping your momentum around the entire track. But these French girls are fast, and I think we've got to look out for them this weekend. They're on the hunt. They know the track well, and yeah, so you just have to be, you know, precise and yeah, keep the momentum building throughout the lap. If you make a mistake, it's something that it'll really hold you up, and it actually happened to me in my first round. I come up a little short on that first jump, and then, you know, I had to fight back, and you know, and you feel it at the end of the lap, and my lap time showed that. So that's what we'll try and improve for next one.
Did you focus a lot on the second half of the track in training? Because it seems like there's a lot of opportunities to pass, especially with how technical and long it is.
Yeah, that third straight's tough. It comes up, you know, there's some like small and big ones, and every backside is important. You have to really try and work it, and yeah, if there's a minute you sort of get a little lazy down there, or you drop your back wheel, you're going to pay for it. And I think, you know, watching the guys is so fun. They have so many different lines, and some of them are tripling in, tripling out. Obviously, us girls can't do that, but it's still fun and challenging, and that makes some really good racing. So I think come final time, you know, someone who makes a mistake there, and there's going to be an opportunity to you know, make a move on it. So.
Absolutely. So being a veteran like yourself, you've been on the circuit a long time. What's something you still want to accomplish? Because I know you've been on the podium a lot, you've been in a lot of mains, but do you have something that you know, that drives you in training that you still would really like to accomplish on the World Cup circuit?
Yeah, I think where I get a little lucky as well with my training environment, just who I'm surrounded with, and I have Sam helping me as a coach now, and I've been training with Elise for 6 or 7 years now. So I think being around those guys with the mentality they have, obviously very successful athletes, and been through it all, that's definitely a driving factor. I have been to 2 Olympics. I want to go to the 3rd more than anything, and I think especially in my situation now where I'm not funded by the Australian team, I'm kind of doing it on my own and have my sponsors who help me. That is one of my biggest motivations right there. So I use that everywhere I go. And you know, there's still so much to achieve, and I'm 28 in a couple weeks, but you know, and I'm happy about that. That's fine. I have been around, but I still see so many more things to achieve, and just being consistent. And every time I come to these races, there's so many new names and new faces, and that alone is tough. The challenges don't end, and so every race I come to, I try and just focus on what I know and a routine which is going to be successful, and just try and enjoy it as much as I can. It is stressful. There is a lot of pressure, and it's cutthroat sport now. So yeah, just trying to, you know, love the journey, appreciate where I am, where I've been, and hopefully where I can get to.
So your home-based training environment's in San Diego and Chula Vista. Like you said, you train a lot with Sam and Elise. Someone like Sam, he's had so much experience. How's he helped you in your career since you started working with him?
Yeah, he's been amazing. I think just being around him and his story and his experiences, there's so many little things that I think people don't know about him, and I've been lucky enough to learn and use that to help me grow. But you know, just to become a better athlete, like I've just seen so many improvements and changes within myself and how I handle situations. And at the end of the day, getting stronger and faster is going to make everything a lot easier, and that's ultimately what we try and do. But his biggest motto, I think, right now is, if you have a chat to him, is enjoy and embrace the journey. That's the success, not crossing the finish line and, you know, wherever you may be going to however many Olympic Games. So if I look back at that and my entire journey from when I started racing these World Cups in 2009, I look at it now and it's, you know, it's crazy, 10 years on, but yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, well, Lauren, thanks so much for joining us today, and good luck today.
Thank you.